That like last time when the Michelangelo, they have like 5 years to do a painting on the wall. That's why the painting is so great, because they have the time to think. So I'm not saying that we should do 5 years to do an art piece, but what I'm trying to say is we have to reflect on the processes and think about how to make it better, because everybody is so focusing on making a good piece of artwork, but making a good piece of artwork, I think it should involve a whole team, including artists, technical team, management, PR, marketing, everybody, administrator, the person who do the contract, everybody. And the process, it takes a long process, and somebody should overview the process and how to make the process better so that the artwork would become much more better. Or we can have time to think and how to break through a new category of music or art form, visual arts or something. I think that is very important from what I learned from YCAM and what I see from YCAM. Hi, my name is Clarence Ng. I'm the production manager for YCAM, and also I also taking care of the staging side for YCAM. Then I coming from Singapore. My background is I studied manufacturing engineering, mass communication, and graphic design. So to talk a little bit about my background is I joined as a backstage crew in terms of staging for a stage production during one of the Singapore Art Festival. Then ever since I was involved in the performing arts. Then in 2003, I joined the National Art Center in Singapore called Esplanade. Mainly is for performing arts, and we are just doing presenting. Then this is where I came to know about the assistant of YCAM. So then from there, in 2009, I joined YCAM as an internship. Then in 2012, I was invited to YCAM to production manage the 10th anniversary through these three people, Uno-san, Takuro-san, and Ito-san. So that is a brief background of me. Yeah. Actually, my dad wanted me to be an engineer. So I studied engineer just to follow him. But halfway through, I decided to not, I graduated, but I decided not to be engineer because I think it's kind of boring for me. So I always interested in graphics. And for example, in terms of books and pictures, I would prefer pictures. So I like pictures and graphics rather than text. So I like to design. So I paid for my own school fee, joined the graphic design school and also advertising school in terms of mass communication. Then from there, I realized that I really interested in arts. So yeah, that's the profession that I discovered when I was like 17 years old. Since then, I even worked in a graphic design house for a year. Basically, graphic designer work is also not so interesting. Then just now, as I told you, in the year 2000, my friend invited me to be a backstage crew for a theater production. And then I realized the live element of a theater production is quite attractive because live performance is very attractive to me in a way that every day is not the same. The cue is not the same, the timing is not the same. So in terms of that, it got me interested in the arts. So my aim is to have more time to create more dialogues between the artists by having more sessions of the creation process, and also to encourage the curators and also the producers and also the technical team to have time to research, to study more by spending more time to going outside to see what other world is thinking. So in conclusion is to invest some time on ourselves to think what we want to do, and also to see what the rest of the world is doing, and also to anticipate what is coming in later, because I think being a good curator and a producer, not only need to be sensitive to the information regarding about arts, but they need to be sensitive to the information regards about anything that is happening around the world, because that will change their perspective about what they want to express through the medium of the arts. So I see myself as in, this is the great art center that is have the opportunity. Maybe we can create a new category of music, or new category of performing arts, new genre of performing arts. So I've been thinking, how are we supposed to create a sustainable environment so that even when I'm not here, or some of the important YCAM member is not here, we can encourage a new member join, and this system will continue, and more interesting ideas can be developed from this art center. Hopefully we can break through and create a new form of dance or performing arts, a new category that can spark out the dialogue between the critics and the audience, and can create a huge conversation. That is what I hope to do, but I think it's far from that right now. Okay, I'm pushing everybody to think about 20th anniversary of YCAM. So I start to push Dasan, who is our chief curator for the artistic director for YCAM, to start thinking about the 20th anniversary. They already start have a discussion, and we kind of come to a conclusion point. But because I was away from YCAM for quite a while, so I haven't catch up. So I need to catch up what is going on. Then the next step I'm going to do is to start an operation team for 20th anniversary, so that to form a team to start thinking about how to handle the 20th anniversary, what the technical team is needed, how many members is needed, by getting more information from the curator and producer, what their ideas of at least how many piece of new production they're thinking to do. So this is one of my main tasks, and also planning for 2021 and 2022, the production, which is also in the progress. So, and also to make a system so that if I'm not around, somebody who take over my position, able to follow this system and start pushing the producer and the curators to start thinking more ahead what they want to do in YCAM. This is one of my goals, my responsibility. Then the other one is to production manage the main production in YCAM, which is to help the curators to set up the schedule, deadline, and also creation process by seeing at the overview of YCAM, the calendar, so we can start planning. So that is the importance of planning. So for example, in 2022, we know that we're going to have one main event in the winter time. So I can start to plan, okay, then the creation process, normally I try to put in 3 stages. So the 3 stages, I will start to place the thing. And by doing that, I can start to ask the freelancer, do you have time in 2021, December? I can pre-book the freelancer tentatively, and 2022, this period. So if we can start out this process, I think it's much more healthier. So yeah, the production management part of that, and also to check on the budget of each production, whether is it sufficient for the technical side, and also to help the curator, whether in the overall planning, this timing, is it enough, budgeting is enough. Yeah, so that's my main responsibility. And the smaller part is a kind of a stage management, and also the safety, overview safety of the art center. That is my role. For example, if I talk about Shiro Takatani-san, he is kind of very, very precise kind of person, even down to the screw. So in terms of engineering, the screw is part of engineering as well, also design. So the kind of relationship, from my perspective of management, in terms of engineering and expression, and in terms of the art scene or the media art world, as you know, the technology is not going to be stopped. It will become more and more better, and more things will come out. So in terms of engineering, this sector or this field is also not going to stop. So the thing is we have to understand the two words in terms of why we need to express and the use of the technology and how to make them into, how to pair them out in the right way so that we can convey the ideas in our mind to the audience properly. Because sometimes, because I think it's all correlated because we don't have time. So sometimes people will start to think about what can we do with AI. Then if we start with this question, I think we need to dig into we need to have a study group to study more about what options of AI can offer. Then we need to think about what can we do from the arts expression. This is good, but sometimes we also can think from another way of expression, as in what are we trying to convey to the citizens? What are we trying to convey to our audience as an art center? Because as an art center is a platform for us to bring the gaps between the art center and the citizen closer. So the artwork that we express throughout need to inspire them and also start a dialogue. So sometimes we need to create something for them to think about. And then we will think about what kind of tools like engineering part and how we're going to link them out so that we can express in the right way to communicate with the audience. So to me, the relationship between engineering and also expression, hopefully it will never be stopped, but hopefully we can deal in the area with a lot of different kind of perspective, especially in the art center like YCAM. And not just thinking about just using technology and right now this is very cool, we should use this. Then, but the meaning of the project to fail to convey the message, then to me, this artwork fails its meaning, even though the technology they use is or the engineering part looks sophisticated or cool, but it doesn't have the meaning. Then to me, this artwork is a failed piece. So I think the relationship is equally as important, but it needs to lead with the person behind it trying to convey it. What is the purpose? Yeah, that is my point of view. Yeah, the basically I think if we have more art center like YCAM around the world, and with the people inside that can inspire the new art form, I think, yeah, we have more interesting artists will be coming out. And also I like the process of when the artists here, we can sit down and discuss together, and not just the artist talking, but even from my position, I can start, even the crew can start talking. I like, because that's the diversity of knowledge being shared. It's not like, how should I say it? It's not like, oh, your role is not important, so you don't have the knowledge to talk. It's not like this, but everybody has their own idea. I think that is very important. I think this is what is really lack of diversity of thinking and ideas. And also we need to have the openness of accepting people's thinking. The English way of you can agree to disagree. Understand? The environment is very important. So